Hey Stampers, Gaynor again. You might hear a little bit of banging. We've got a plumber downstairs in the kitchen doing some jobs, but I needed a little time and space just to come up and do a little walkthrough of the album I've just made. I may add a few flowers in this corner somewhere, or maybe along here, or maybe above here. I have added a ribbon, not much else, because it just absolutely stunning. I may even get some wooden elements that say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, maybe to go across there, or I might just cut some out on my silhouette, not my silhouette, my scan and cut. Do a couple of layers thick, that way just give it some texture and dimension. So these papers were absolutely a pleasure to work with. I bought a 12 by 12, it's 8 by 8, and I also had 2 packs of the ephemera cards because I've forgotten ordered them twice, even though I already had 1 packet and only needed 1 packet. So yeah, so I carried the paper through. This was up here, believe it or not, from a 12 by 12, and I just didn't want it to have a blank top. So what I did, what I had to cut off, I then glued back on top, just so this pattern follows through. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. Same here. I may even add some more of that ribbon around the front, the side and the back as well, just to continue it through, which is the Stampin' Up Rococo Rose. Absolutely gorgeous. I tried to tie it in a bow, not having none of it, so a little tiny knot there, just done the trick. So I'm just going to lay that out a little bit better. Yeah, I just think it's absolutely adorable. Not overly busy on the inside. Let me just zoom out a little bit. There we go. A bit more of a view for you. A bit dark coming in here. So on the first page, I'm going to lay this down. I've added this little envelope which came with one of the cut aparts. My scan and cut didn't cut it out all fully, so I placed another card on top, and then it's got all just little offcuts and things that the scan and cut out wrong, but I didn't want to throw them in the bin, like this postage stamps, these tiny little ephemera cards which came from the 8 by 8 cut apart. So everything that was left over is in this album somewhere. So the person whoever wants to buy this may do so, and have all the extras that came with it. I like to send, you know, the postage stamps are there off the 12 and the 8 by 8. So more little ephemera cards, journaling cards, space for it to add more photos. What's in that one? These are just like extra. This is leftover cardstock, so if somebody wants to purchase the album, they can do so, make it extra photo mats, to decorate them with the leftover papers. There's some more at the back as well, but look, I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. More little, these are from the little booklet, more postage stamps, just extra bits of card, more ephemera, look, just so beautiful. This was from the borders. These were cut out with the 2-inch circle punch, so I mean there's probably spaces on there for room for improvement, as I would say. So they were cut out with the 2-inch circle punch. And then you've got these were like the big 4x4s, which you'll see through the album. They're like 5.5 by 5.5, but these were from the 8 by 8 pack. So I've just cut them apart, put them in there as well. And these are the tags that are left over. I mean, this could put that on somewhere. Maybe that could go on the side of the album. Let's have a look. Oops, I'm lifting everything up. Oh, not quite. But I suppose you could. I leave it up to the person who purchases to enjoy these extras and fill out the booklet, so that's in there. So I just put a little mounted pocket here, separate those so they're not too bulky. But yeah, you can get quite a fair few in there. You get a gorgeous size photo. You can get I just back this on some black cardstock, And on to our first page. Now I've just got to move because this, again, this is one of the cut aparts. I turned these into photo mats, not all of them, and I added some of the ephemera cards so somebody can journal on the back, or just add a photograph, you know, it's entirely up to those. I love this one. I used the back of this one because they could journal as well as add their photograph on there. And I think these are all coming in at 6, yeah, oh, that's 4.5 actually by 6.5. That's a good size photo mat. And they're the same size as the cards that come in the ephemera pack. So this is just a simple picture waterfall, nothing too much. I haven't added any decoration to these, just so they can add their photographs and get more on. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, these are 7.25 by 5.25. That way they can get 7 by 5 photos on there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. And then this is a pocket, as you can tell. These were in there just to keep the pocket closed. Gaynors all fingers and thumbs, and that keeps that page closed. This is just a little extra. I think this is just cute. I didn't make any inserts at the top or the bottom. They were just single pages. So I just wanted a little bit of a, and again, another side pocket this time. More photo mats, ephemera cards. You know, there's quite a few in here. So you've got the Christmas, just love it, and the Santa. More spaces for photos and journaling. Oh, my sister got the glue on the side from the book. But yeah, again, I just added paper to the backs of the cards. So you can do the same with these. You can get some. I've put some plain white card in, not a lot. There's only, I only fetched, I think 20 pieces across. So I added 2 little of the 4x4s, and just, oh, I'm gonna have to get a little bit of glue there. For some reason my corner's coming up. There we go. And then they can add 2 4x4 photos. Maybe then you could get a 3x4 and a 6x4. And then this page actually folds out. So it's just like a little collage of small pictures. Let me grab a piece of cardstock. So you can go so far up with these. You can go behind here, here, and here. I just love it. And again, these booklets keep this page closed as well. Yeah, I do apologise about the noise. We're having our new kitchen fitted, and it's coming on Monday, and I can't wait. So again, this is another one of the ephemera cards. I backed it onto some, sorry about that, backed it onto some Recoque or Rose cardstock, and added another ephemera on the back. Pity you can't see most of it, but this one just opens up, gives you 2 beautiful long panels. Again, more little tiny bits, tiny little booklets, some leftovers from the 8x8s, and another nice little envelope. And you can go all the way, well, most of the way up there. So there's a nice little tag. And I added another booklet with a photo mat on the back, and this is the other half of the booklet that I bought. So you can pull these apart, you can use those as photo mats and just add photos on both sides if you wanted to. Or but these are the smaller ones, you know, the ones where you just fold in the center. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. You could add a gorgeous, or even journal on there. But these are the leftover papers, and these will be going with the album. So let me find there. That's a beautiful page there. Let's turn that over. And I just added a nice little braided, cute, and I tuck that away. And then This is pretty. I haven't added a magnet on this one, but there we go. I'm going to turn this over now, and we've got this beautiful. I left this quite plain because it just speaks how beautiful this paper is. And this is, this is 6 1/4, and this is obviously by 9 1/2. So you're going to get 2 gorgeous 6x4 photos on top of there, and on the inside. And I just did a simple belly band with this. Again, more photos. You can more or less get everything right up to the edge on that one again. So this one is a booklet, so again, more photos. Put some 3x4s, or 6 or 7x5, or even 8x10. I think these are, they're not 8x10s. These are 6 by 9. So you get you get 2, 4, you get 8 gorgeous 6x4 photos in there, and then you tuck it away back through your belly band, and maybe add some. I think this is 2 1/2. Yeah, 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 photos. You would get about 3 or 4 down there even. And then this folds flat. You get some 3x4s there, and that side maybe. Tuck that under a sec, or even some slim. Yeah, I'd say 2 1/2 by 4. Nice looking little slim photographs that would go down these. Nothing overly major, fully active. It's just a little. And the papers for this one, I think I only spent about £40 on the whole thing, even with the black cardstock, the miscellaneous, but like the ribbons, the glue and everything else. So this album is up for sale for £40. That's it. That's just everything. No, none of my time. I always give my time free. Just adore making them. There's a couple of those little folder parts there. Oh, that one's and I made some little booklets as well, so you could just journal with them. And again, some more of the ephemera. They fit in there lovely. No points. The same is on this side. More little ephemera cards, another little booklet, and another little pull out. Just that squirrel alone is just the cutest. And there's that beautiful deer. Another little booklet for you to journal or add small photos on. And these just come up to the top, and they've got space for a 4x4 photo, both front sides. Beautiful scenery. And I use these tiny little magnets, and they're really super strong. These are 5mm by 1mm, and they literally keep this page closed. A great space there for a 5x7 photo, and some more journaling and photo space, and another booklet. You could add more. It's entirely up to the recipient. And then they just fold flat. This next page coming up, I adore this page. This is super cute. I'm trying not to put it down on my keyboard. Maybe I should have moved it out of the way. Let's move my keyboard out of the way just for a second. Yeah, I just absolutely adore this page. Now, if you look, it sits up. It's not coming out, and it's just held on with a couple of magnets. Space on the back for journaling, nice photo. And these are the 5.5 by 5.5 that were in the 12 by 12, and again 5.5 by 5.5 photographs. I just left this wide space open, maybe for a 7 by 5 and a 6 by 4 with journaling, and then just added these to the corners, and then it just clicks back into place if you listen. How cute is that? I love it. And then this page, more of those beautiful circles. That's my scan and cut out. Even tried to cut some of the bits out, but they are going with the album as well. Another one of the ephemeras I back this on. I think this is Petal Pink cardstock. And then another photo mat, a large one again, 6 by 9 I think. And then you've got these, look at those beautiful squirrels. Another one of those cut apart. This opens up for a nice size photograph there. Ooh, a good 5 by 6. Again, you could add a 6 by 4 photo and journal down the side. And again, more open space. 6 by 4 photo. Plenty of pocket space there. Just thought they were just the cutest little things. And this booklet then keeps this page closed. And I just added a few more little, everything that came with these papers are in here. I didn't add the second ephemera card because I will literally buy some more of these papers probably soon, because Christmas is coming up, and I will pop them in the next album. Just saves me buying. Now I use my 1 1/2 inch circle punched 2 pieces of the paper out, just added a dimensional in between, and then drew on the buttons to make them look like dots. Drew the dots on so they look like buttons. Can you see that? How cute is that? These open up and they've got a booklet inside. You can add a photo on there. You could just slice up some more, add more. You could put a photo on there. And I love this that it's journaling. So I took the other piece and spun it around, just so we have the same on both sides. More of those beautiful ephemera cards. And the same on this side. Another little place for photos. And just how cute are these? And again, held together those tiny little magnets. Then these flip open and you can slot your photo all the way in the edge there. And the same on this side, all the way up to behind. That's then postage stamps. You've got these cute little 4 by 4 photos. Oh no, this doesn't open, it's a pocket. And then some more space for photos. I just did one side. You could get lovely photos down there. And then that pops away. And these just flick back open. I just like this. And again, just the back page. It's just leftover papers. This is the piece of leftover the paper. You can have either side, it's entirely up to you. I did not do anything with these, so that's gone in there. And again, you can get loads in this pocket. These are all the bits that are left over that were worth keeping. So this is the leftover black cardstock from the pack I used. This is another one of the ephemera cards, and this out of 20 sheets of white card is all that was left, so I've popped that in there as well. So whoever wants to add that to this photo frame, maybe do it like that, and then add some cardstock. You get that in there easy, and then find another block. Maybe that would go on there. Yay, look at that, you can make another photo mat there. So the person who wants to buy this, I'm going to have a little bit more fun making some more photo mats for themselves. So yeah, I really had some fun with this. I have done a tutorial and you will get to see that tomorrow night. I have wrote all the measurements down as well, only for the black cardstock, because if I was to, I like little tiny borders, and sometimes I measured and sometimes I didn't. So I mean, if you knew the measurements, I didn't give the measurements of the photo mats either, but just the pages and what I did. I think I did on some of them. So you could just measure that 5 1/4 by 7. You know for a fact you're going to get a 7 by 5 photograph on there, maybe just that 1/4 inch, nice little strip down the side, maybe another little strip down the other side. Flip that over and you've got 2. And yes, I do hold up the measurements, and there were 2 lots of the album I filmed, but I had no sound, so I literally just hold the book up to show you the measurements of what you do. And you can obviously see by the actual walkthrough where the pages go. I think it was that one, because yes, and I give the measurements for the photo mat, and said to each one, after you've scored, you just add on each corner. I forgot to put the sound on. Love that when it locks into place. Perfect. And which other one was it? I think it was this one, which was simple enough. It's just a pocket and 2 flaps and a card. Again, forgot to put the sound on, like a silly sausage. But I've made sure my sound, I'm going to have to do myself a little check. Look at this. This is the size of my albums that I stuck to the wall. So that's the size of the album. It's 8 1/4 by 10 1/8. And well, it's actually 10, but by the time all the black card stock goes on, then it takes it up. And the page size is 7 3/4 by 9 1/2. I think what I'm going to have to do is, I don't need that now, obviously. What I'm going to have to do is pin this to my wall. Lights, camera, sound. And make sure I pin that on my wall so I can see it constantly. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. It's only going to be a short video tonight. Sorry, ladies, but I've got with all the building work we've got going on at the moment, I have been spread a little bit thin in my craft room, you know, up and down. But there is, even if it's just 20 minutes, half an hour, you've got something to watch. You've got time to come in and have a chat with all the other ladies, because that's the reason I do the premieres now. So all of us, we get to have a chat to each other. We invite new people in. When we get new people coming into the chat, we so welcoming. You know, we're like a little crafty family in there, and I just love it. So yeah, if you're interested and you want, this is my favourite page. Look how beautiful she is. Yeah, and I think you could close this any way round you want, because no, it's got to be that way, because my magnets are those 2 first, these 2 on top. So my magnets, I know they'd be invisible, but they wouldn't be so much that side if that one was over. But I just absolutely adore it. I've added strips in between each one. Don't know why that one it must be quite heavy, but they're on magnets as well. But they've all got their strips in. The extra 1/2 inch is for expansion in case you want to bulk this out. And the pages just all lay absolutely beautiful together. And I've had that pink Christmas since last year, and I thought, you've got to do something. You can't just leave it on your desk doing nothing. So whoever wants to buy this, add all these extra bits. There's so much to come with this album. And like I say, £40 plus P&P, and depends on where you are in the world as well. And I'm gonna continue that ribbon. I'm not gonna add another knot on there or there, but I'm gonna continue that ribbon all the way round till I get to that side. Have I got that ribbon with me? Did I fetch it or did I put it back? No, Gaynor put it back. I can see it, yeah. So otherwise I'd have done it now. But there we go. I hope you enjoy it. I would love a thumbs up and a share. That'd be amazing. Let me zoom in so you can see the book a little bit closer. Oh, I have stuck on my beautiful brass corners on the front and at the back. So these have been done. Just how beautiful that is. You can get photos on the back as well. Absolutely stunning. I love it, love it, love it. But thank you for watching. Do come back again and see what we make tomorrow. Well, actually, you'll see the first tutorial to this tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Can you see my thumbs up? Bye.